Hello, scholars. Hello, everyone, and thank you all for clicking on today's video. You see, the title of today's show is called Professor Speaks, and we will be speaking with Anthony Parker today.
What's
Woo-hoo!
happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Yes. So let me go ahead and give you guys a brief description on how I look. Okay, so me, I have they call this hairstyle. They call it a flip tribal. So yes, I got it in this little top knot bun, and the back of my hair is down. It's real cute. I have on my unapologetically blind shirt. You need to get you one if you don't have one. Okay. Unapologetically is written in a bubble cursive, and blind is written in braille. The front of the shirt is tactile, so you can feel it. In the left arm sleeve says BlindIntelligence. Okay, because you know where you at. So yes, I said that we were meeting. Well, we're speaking with Anthony Parker today. So hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Hey, Professor Blindie. I got it right this time.
Yes. How are you today? What do you got going on?
I'm doing okay. I actually, basically, I'm excited because I get a chance to be interviewed for like really the first time actually in a long time. I usually do the interviewing, so I'm excited, and plus the fact that I checked out your channel and I like what you're doing, and I wanted. I was like, I was supposed to do the interview first, but because of my things weren't set up right, I was like, well, hey, why don't you go ahead and interview me and do what you got to do. But I'm excited about this because it allowed me a chance to just to be interviewed and have a young lady who's up and coming in the YouTube streets to do her thing.
Yes, we all in the YouTube streets. I'm really still on the porch. I haven't
Is
even
that
made
right?
it. Like I ain't made it down the front step yet.
No, I think you'll
Like,
be all right. I think you'll be very successful from what I've gathered. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
yes. Okay. So first, let's tell the people about your origin. Where are you from? And what are some things that you hold near and dear to you?
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I've been living here all my life. I'm a graduate of Louisiana State University, Tiger for Life. Um,
Ooh.
yeah. Uh, I love music. I've been in the music industry for some time. I used to be a producer, rap producer, and perform with some of the people like of the likes of like Young Bleed. I'm quite sure y'all heard of him. How you do that there with Master P. Uh, I'm a parent. I'm also now I can say I'm a para education. I start school teaching next week. So that's just me. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah. And I've been visually impaired ever since the age of 2. So
Do you know what caused your visual impairment?
German measles. I have also spinal meningitis. That was a cause
Mhm.
of me becoming blind. So, and I'm glad that it was like at a younger age because I've spoken with a lot of other people in my time of interviewing and talking with them. I was like, well, how would you have preferred to have lost your sight in the earlier years? Or later on, I told them me personally in the earlier years because it probably would have been harder.
Yeah, because I lost my sight 2 weeks before my 20th birthday. So,
Oh my God.
having your eyesight for like 20 years and then all of a sudden can't see nothing, it's like, whoa.
I can only imagine. Believe me, and I would like to know that story one of these days. But it's not. It's it has to be a challenge. But it seems that you have overcome that. Believe me.
Hold on 1 second. Did you leave him in a room by himself? We'll just end that. But, yeah, let me regain focus because anytime my baby cry, I'm like,
I know.
what
Believe
happened?
me.
But yes, you talked about a couple of things. So when you studied at LSU, what did you study?
I studied criminal justice and I had minor in psychology. Also, while I was there, I wanted to be a part of the LSU band, the marching band, but I didn't. And there was, it was gonna be kind of hard, me being totally blind. I didn't want to be in the concert, but I really loved the march. And I also pledged Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. It's a black
Ooh.
fraternity on campus. I also during my tenure there, I also was the DJ for our fraternity and other fraternities and sororities as well. So it was pretty exciting. The only thing about my college days, as they said in the beginning, that they do go fast, and that they did. It went so fast. Before I know it, I was out looking for a job, and that's a horse with another color.
What did you want to do with your criminal justice degree?
I actually, Professor Blindie, I wanted to work in the prison systems. Either I wanted to be like in the probation office, work with their or
Mm-hmm.
parole, or just basically trying to get people who have been incarcerated, kind of like speak with them and get them on the right track, help them with different programs if there were different programs out there, try to get them on the right track so they wouldn't have to come back to prison. But unfortunately, I was not have not been able to use my criminal justice degree. So
You know, me and you have that in common. I actually studied criminal justice at Sam Houston State University
okay.
with the common goal of getting in the prison system and working with the inmates, to reduce recidivism, give them the options, and create plans to, help them journey so when they are released from prison, that they can integrate back into society successfully.
Yep.
Don't want any hindrances. So I love that. I love that. I love that. Was there anything that made you want to study criminal justice? Like, was there any life experiences you had that was like, criminal justice, this is what I want to do?
That
I
that
want
was
to help these people.
that was what I wanted to do, actually. And I want to comment on your last on the last part, what you said, which was uh, trying to keep people from going to prison. And it was more so hitting home for me as a black man, because there are a lot of black people there who are incarcerated these days. It's a very high percentage, and I ain't say I want to be the savior, but I want to be a catalyst to at least try to see if there was something that I could do to try to to cut down on that. Because where I'm from right now, there aren't that many programs that are erected to keep individuals who are African Americans from going to prison. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like you got to start young too. Most times, people start after the person has already gone to prison. And
Mhm.
so helping develop and implement those programs at a younger age and getting in front of the kids when they are, easily influenced and
Mhm.
impressionable, I believe that's very important as well. So criminal justice is really close to my heart as well.
Definitely.
So you talked about being a DJ, working with other artists, you in the music industry and things of that nature. So, what are you doing now?
Well, I actually stopped my music sort of career, because that's like my first love, and then criminal justice was second. I actually stopped messing with the music business in, I think, like 2005 or six or something along those lines, because the progression was taking so long. And not saying that I don't have the patience, but when you try something so much and you see that there's nothing, and especially with your family not really helping you, like talking about it, you kind of say, all right, at least I had this run at it. But I stopped in like 2005, 2006. But right now, I'm currently like pursuing, like I said, my a teaching career next week. That's where I'll be starting at. And before that, I had got my degree, not a degree. I got my license to sell insurance, and I, was working from home. So I was like taking different jobs, because as a blind person, it has been extremely hard to actually find a job. So I was doing what I can to stay above water and not just be a statistic, and one who just wanted to just get a check.
Yes, that's great. They do say that it's a small percentage of blind individuals who are actually employed. So the fact that you made it a mission to get out there, put yourself out there, get these degrees, certificates, and try your hand in a couple of different things, that's amazing.
Thank you.
That says something about you. So what are three things that you would say make you stand out from the person next to you?
My I know this is cliche as everybody start with that, but my personality, uh, my passion about something. When it's something that I really love, you can tell it in my voice, you can tell it in my action, you can tell it in the things that I do. I have great passion, and my love for like the younger generation. I mean, I definitely do not mind going the extra mile. If there's a youngster that needs any type of advice, or just need any type of talking to, whatever the case may be. Because I right now I have a 9-year-old, and believe me, he want, even if I didn't devote all my time to him, he's gonna make me give a lot of it to him. So I've learned that to, in a sense, even before then. But those are my three characteristics.
Yes. Do you believe the children are the future?
Yep. I really do believe that, for the simple fact that of the computer age, a lot of individuals, a lot of kids are getting into that, and the fact that, it just, I feel that the older generation is slowly dying out, due to, illnesses and things of
Mm.
that nature. And I really do believe that they are the future. That's why it's time for us to if we see each one teach one. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a real good analogy.
Yes. So we've heard you mention, and we've talked about me being a parent, but you are also a parent. So do you want to dive into your journey with having a 9-year-old son? Let's take it back to when he was before he was 9 and when he was 3 months. How was that?
Actually, it wasn't that hard for me.
Mhm.
And to actually to be a parent, I was only thing I was kind of worried about is if he was going to be visually impaired. Not that it was too much for
Mhm.
me, but I was just kind of worried about that. But my eyesight, the lack of eyesight is not generic or whatever. But I
Mhm.
had no problems with it. I just had to learn, as far as taking care of them, I had to learn to do it my way, the way that will be beneficial to me. And plus, I've had the challenge of when I dated other females, they've had kids and they've trusted me to be with, to babysit their kids. So I had some experience in that department. So it wasn't that hard. And if I may go back and think about this video that you all had did with your mom, it kind of like, put me in the mind frame of I was like, I asked the question, was my mama, was she, being overbearing when I had my child? And come to think of it, in a sense, she wasn't overbearing, but she kind of like, because she babysat me and my little boy, she would come and get him in the morning time, and I don't know if she was doing it just because she didn't think I could do it, or she just wanted to be in the company of kids, because my father
Mhm.
had passed, so she needed somebody to take care of. So I don't really know if I were to ask her, she probably wouldn't tell the truth. But the thing of it is, to answer your question even more, so it wasn't too much of a problem because I was already equipped to know exactly what to do, and it was a breeze for me. Only thing that's different me now is, by him being a male and I'm a male, there are certain things as far as sports that I would really wish, if I had sight, that I actually could work with him at, because I tried doing, like, throwing the football, and that was not too successful. I got several times in the face. So
Yes, I can only imagine.
yeah.
But my alternative to that was I was like, well, because I really won't be able to train with my son in sighted sports, I would train him and put him into blind sports like beat baseball, because they
Great
need
point.
sighted people on the field.
Great point.
So that's a sport that we could do together, or goal ball and things like that. And I was really happy when I found out about those different types of sports that you could do with your vision or without your vision. And so I think that's a approach you could take too as well
That's a
with
great
your
point.
son. It's
That's
like, yeah.
that's a great point. I want to expound on that, because now that I'm working with visually impaired students, my mission is to have my son interact with individuals who are blind as well. So that's a great point.
Mhm. Yes. Did you teach your son Braille?
I tried to. I haven't. It's off and on, but he's like 9 years of age now, so probably starting next year, I'll probably get some cards and write alphabet on it and teach him.
Yeah, I think I want to teach my son Braille and things of that nature. Just so he's aware.
Right. That's true.
I want him to be very well rounded.
That's true. That's true.
So, and yeah. So, do you believe that society, besides your family, but society has questioned you as a parent, like you and your abilities to take care of your son? I know you said it was a breeze, really, because you have had like life experience dealing with kids before you had your own.
Mhm.
But the expectations or the views from spectators who don't know you, don't know your abilities and what all you're capable of, has that affected you in any type of way when it comes to raising your child?
That's interesting that you asked that question, and I'll be honest with you. I really have not had any anyone come up to me or any people say anything in reference to that. But while I was doing interviews my early years with other blind parents, I had become made aware of that particular situation, where I've even heard of individuals having their children taken from them by the state because the courts feel or the child protection people feel that they're incapable of actually taking care of the kids. And I was perplexed because I never heard that. But as far as me, no. And I guess it's because my people knew me, and they knew my character, and they knew how I was, just my outward personality, that he won't have any problem taking care of any kids. So I never got that particular question thrown at me, or how, in terms of how I would be able to do certain things. So that was an interesting question.
Yes, and you talked about, I seen a live video. Your son, he is not shy of the camera at all. No. I remember you doing a live video. He was like, "Oh, you're doing another video?" And it's like, exactly. "Yeah, I'm about to." And he was like, "Okay, I want to be in it." And he was like, "Not this one. Everybody likes you more than me."
Yeah, he has a personality. Now, I'm thinking it probably had come from a little bit from me. I mean, he has great qualities from his mom as well, but a lot, like the personality, the outward, the not being shy, being an extrovert. That's me all over. So I'm thinking some of that had come from him. So he's thinking of getting a YouTube channel putting together. So we're gonna work with him on that.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Definitely. So you are a completely blind YouTube content creator, and when I found that out, I was like, whoa, like I want to get to that level. So you edit your videos and you put them together and you do all of the recording pretty much on your own, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
And can you tell the people, for anybody who is interested in becoming a content creator and things of that nature, what steps, not necessarily like you don't have to give out your secret ingredients, but what steps and what confidence level you had to be at to be like, okay, I can do this?
It just went with me just being the person that I am, and I don't want to sound like I'm all that, as they say, but it's just I had confidence anyway in terms of everything that I had to do. Like just me being visually impaired, totally blind, I had to learn to develop sense of confidence. So in terms of whatever I had to do, whether it was going to school and being the best, playing music, or whatever, I felt that I had to work harder at it to than the next person. And I was always the type of person that I always try to do as much as I can before I start asking for help. So getting into the YouTube after people had shown me how to do it, or just learning, or just looking up how to do certain things, I learned it on my own and I just perfected it. Long hours of staying up, because I stay up a lot late, and that started from when I was in the music business, where I had to produce music. So I would take my time when it was quiet and just work with things that I want to learn and perfect it that way.
Yeah, so you said that you interview people a lot. So what are some of the most outstanding things that you have taken from interviewing others thus far? Like, some things that just stood out to you.
Well, there are a lot of individuals that I've met over the years. I think this is my 6th year of actually doing it. But I've met interesting people who I found that I could create a rapport with, Black and white, but more so African American. So it's just the vibe that I get from each individual. But there's more of a vibe that I get from other people that I want to say, hey, I'm gonna continue working with them, and that I had done. Like I will continue to work with individuals whom I've interviewed because of the drive that they had, in terms of wanting to do certain things in the YouTube streets and stuff like that. So it's all about a vibe. If I vibe with you and I feel that everything is straight and we can gel, and I can get you where I need to be, where you want to be at, or just guide you in the right direction. I'm gonna work with you.
That's awesome. So I have a couple of questions, BlindIntelligence related. So when you hear the name BlindIntelligence, what do you think?
I honestly just someone who's blind and intelligent, and it doesn't have to be a sense of because you're blind and you're intelligent or anything like that. Because people back in the day, people used to say that, man, he blind, but he's smart as hell. He's smart, but he blind though. It takes on different meanings and stuff like that. So when you say it, it just he's blind and intelligent. That's all I look at it
as. Okay. That's a nice answer. That's a nice answer. And what does it mean to be a scholar to you?
Someone who's well educated, well rounded, someone who just that who's well educated in various areas, subjects, life or whatever, and and also with that education, you are able to pass it on to other individuals, because it does no good for you to be smartest outdoors and you're not sharing the knowledge.
Exactly. I love the spread of knowledge. So I can let you know that for me, blind intelligence means, the subconscious spread of knowledge. Because as we're having this rapport, we're having this dialogue, you've informed me about things and I've informed you about different things. And we're like, having a lot of aha moments. Mm-hmm. And we're just building and building on knowledge. So, yeah, the individual who's blind and intelligent, that's really one of the reasons I came with the name. Was like, okay, well, I'm blind now, but I'm really academically driven, so I'm intelligent. That's how I came up with the name a little bit, but then I had to think on it like further than that. And so I was like that, and then we believe here at BlindIntelligence that a scholar is anyone with profound knowledge in their own life experiences. And you actually gave the dictionary definition of what a scholar is. And so, yes, it's somebody that is well-rounded and has a great deal of knowledge in specific areas and subjects and things like that. So, yeah, I believe that everybody has profound knowledge in their life experience. So that means that everybody is a scholar.
Definitely. And if I may just expound just a little bit, I want to say, and this just coming from my heart, and I haven't met you, I haven't known you that long, but just the fact that I give your mom and dad credit for raising someone, even though you're young, it appears that you have a great deal of knowledge and understanding, and especially if you've accepted your blindness, for what it was, and you I see that you get great support from your I say fiance and your family. That's a good thing, because and I want to say within the comments that I gotten from when I posted your video, people are like, oh my God, I want to give away because I want people to go check out your video. I can't, I feel sorry she's gone through this with your child and things of that nature. But I texted back to them. I was like, man, I mean, she's gone through the unfortunate situation, but she's made it out of it. And she's not, if y'all speak with her, it's not a sad moment or anything of nature. And that's not what I gathered from you. And then I want to also say that with me visiting these different groups and whatnot, and talking with different blind people and what have you, man, I met you and other people like you or similar to you. It's like a breath of fresh air, because I've seen a lot of blind people who have nothing but pity parties and ask questions which are very, I don't know if it's rhetorical or not, but the thing of it is, they ask simple questions and things like that a person could just figure out for themselves, and they make themselves look in a certain way to society. But I like speaking with you and other people that I mentioned earlier, that I can gel with, because you all are on a different level in terms of you all not letting this being visually impaired be a hindrance. And even in the videos that you've done, man, you all out there doing things, getting your makeup done, hair done, you still care about those particular things, and that's a plus. That's why I said that what you doing could definitely be an asset to a lot of individuals. I know that's a lot that I said, but I had to get it off my chest. Go ahead.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Scholars, please remember to drop down in the comments and sign into the classroom, like this video, and subscribe if you aren't already. We are speaking with Antony Parker. I hope you guys have enjoyed our conversation so far. This is one of our new segments called Professor Speaks, and yeah, maybe you'll be on the next one, but we're going to resume talking to Antony. So Antony, I know that I have an interview coming up with you, but is there anything that you would like to know more about me while we're already having this discussion?
Yes, they are, but I will keep it under wraps. Yeah, I want to keep it under wraps and stuff like that. But if you don't mind, but if you want me to actually say those things, but it's basically in a nutshell, just allow me the opportunity to speak to Professor Blindie and find out more about her than what I gathered from the videos and stuff like that. So go delve deeper into the what makes you have the ability to put your blindness side on the back burner and move forward and just live. So that's what it is.
Yes. Do you, I don't know, this is kind of, it'll probably be a hard question because it didn't happen this way, but do you believe that your life or the things that you do currently would be the same if you hadn't lost your eyesight at 2?
Certain things, and I mentioned like maybe pursuing a job, because I briefly let me speak on it. I run into some of my younger cousins and stuff who do not have a job or are not looking for a job. Like, man, if I could see, I have 2 jobs. It's like, I'm letting y'all know that y'all are trying to distinguish between what job y'all have with lack of education. Y'all don't have the drive, man. That should yeah, that should make you all want to try to work harder or not be kind of selective in the job that you can get. Just go out there and work. So that would be different. I definitely be wouldn't have too much of a problem trying to find a job. Other than that, I probably want to drive and all this other stuff, but I don't really. I used to think about a lot of that stuff when I was young, but now it's like I'm dealing with it, even though sometimes it's a hindrance. But I don't allow that to really bother me though. So that's not too much.
Okay. Do you have any saying that you kind of go by?
No, nope, no saying. I don't have
No saying.
any.
Okay, and do you have any words of encouragement for someone who is kind of in a rut right now, or someone who just lost their eyesight and is trying to figure their way through it? So, do you have any words of encouragement to them?
Yep, 4 words. Check out your channel, and I mean that from the bottom. I'm dead ass. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to say because there's nothing else that I really could say. You have to see it. You have to check out a person to see that there's a difference in terms of how you feeling as a blind person.
Mm-hmm.
Because my words won't help you, but looking at somebody doing some things that you probably wouldn't think a blind person can do, that will help you more. So that's why I say check out your channel. Don't have to worry about my channel. Check out your channel because you're younger. You're the force. You're the generation that's gonna come out. That's gonna come after me. You're an African American. You're a woman. All those qualities that you do possess. They definitely are they come across on the screen and such. So, and I mean that.
Yeah, and I believe that anybody that is watching is going through that transitional stage of being in a rut or down about your blindness. I remember when I was in not really much, and so more so in that stage, but I was actively looking for sources. Like, okay, I remember telling my sister when I lost my eyesight, I was like, hey, can we get on YouTube and like see what blind people do, because I don't know. I don't know what is possible for me to do. And my little sister thought, she was like, girl, we are not about to watch some blind people on YouTube so you can feel sad about being blind. And I'm like, it's not so much a bit feeling sad. I just kind of want to know like what's all possible.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so that's how you. Okay, that's very and that is very interesting though, honestly.
yes, like, and it was a lot of things like for me with my blindness journey and things like that. You guys are learning a little bit more about Professor Blindie right now. Um, I was very, very proactive in everything when it came to being blind. Like, I didn't want to sit in the quote unquote visually impaired stage. I needed to know, can I see or can I can't? Like, will this vision come back or will it not? So, am I visually impaired or am I really blind? Okay, I'm blind. That's off the checklist. When do I get my white cane? Like, I'm trying to, okay, so I got my white cane. Thank you. Got that off the checklist. But it's still a lot of things that people are in denial about. But I feel like the sooner that accept it and work towards progressing and being better. And, just dealing with the cards that life has dealt you, then it'll be so much easier in the long run.
That's real talk.
So that's my one take, 1, 2. I said my take 1, 2. Thank you. I finally got it right. And yes, so again, you guys, we just interviewed Anthony Parker, and it was great. I hope you guys learned so much about him. He does have a YouTube channel. He keeps saying, "Don't shout me out," but we here. It's called Third Eye Vision, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you guys should go check it out. Like, he really doing his thug fizzle over there, okay? So until we meet in the classroom again, Professor Blindie is out. Toodles, y'all.